Micheline again in Micheoumakes, and I'm pleased that some people, I've had quite a few likes, that people have liked what I'm doing, so I'm hoping that I will continue and get more people who would subscribe. I also have, in a minute, I'm going to have a visitor, a little visitor. You will see the little visitor in a minute. I have to get her out of the way, get things out of the way, because we have a visitor who's come to see us, haven't we? And this little visitor is a deaf cat. I'm not sure if I've introduced you to my cats. They're not my cats, they are foster cats. She might just keep popping backwards and forwards because she's a nosy little thing. She's my stepson's cat, and he's moved from Blackpool across to Leeds and is currently stopping with his sister until he gets settled in with his new job and gets a new flat. And he has two cats, a black one and a white one. The white one is deaf and so clatters about making a lot of noise. I just lost my dog. Sadly she got cancer and had to be put to sleep. And as I say, I'm not a particularly keen cat fan, but I have to say, when they first came, which was last October, and it is now May, they were supposed to be temporary for about 2 or 3 weeks, and unfortunately he still hasn't got himself into a flat yet, and I've got a funny feeling he doesn't want to take them back, so I think I'm going to be lumbered with two cats, which at first I hated having them around, but I'm gradually getting used to them. I do prefer dogs because cats tend to just want you to feed them, but having said that, they're very, very friendly, very loving. The white one, when it first came, it used to spit and hiss at me, and now it won't leave me alone. It wants to be with me all the time, so I suppose I've benefited from that. Anyway, on to other things. I haven't done many pattern. I haven't done much sewing this month because there's been half bank holidays. May bank holiday, it was my wedding anniversary, so we wanted to go out, and we spent the weekend going out visiting family and friends, and I still work, sadly, and it is the busy time of the year for us because my husband and I sell trophies, and it's the end of the football season, the end of the rugby season, the end of the schools are starting to come to the end, so everybody needs trophies, and they all want them tomorrow. Not in 3 weeks' time, not, some of them are well prepared, but most of the others aren't. And of course it's just manic, and it will continue to be manic. So sewing in a sense is a release for me, but I haven't had much chance to do it. And also we've removed a garage and had a nice shed built. We call it shed number 3. It's going to be a workroom come garden room for me. A workroom on one side and a garden room on the other, so I'm looking forward to that being finished. But my husband and I have been doing a bit of decorating, plasterboarding the inside, and one day I'll show you what it looks like. So anyway, I decided that I would make a quick top, and the one I'm going to do is like a t-shirt. I wouldn't say a t-shirt top, but I suppose it's like a long sleeve t-shirt top. It's Butterick B6418, and that's the pattern. I'll show the pattern in a minute. There's a little inset somewhere here or there. And the one I'm going to do is pattern B. Now you can see that's got a lace pattern to it, but I happen to have, when I was shopping when I was buying fabric about a month ago, you buy all sorts of patterned fabrics and things, but my baseline for colour is black, and I suddenly thought, right, I'm going to buy about 4 yards of black jersey, and then if I need something and I want to tie it in with something, I've got the black to fall back on. So what I decided was the main part of the body is going to be black jersey, and then I came across this. Well, I'll show you the black jersey first. This is the black jersey. I won't show you it all because I've already cut into it, but that's the black jersey. It's quite heavy, so it's really this this is going to have to be worn for colder evenings or cold days or whatever, or maybe towards the winter as well. But that's the black jersey, that's going to be the main part. And when I went into the fabric shop, they had an offcut of this. The shop was called Boys, and this offcut was £1.87 for half a metre, and I rather liked it, and that's the fabric there. So it's not lace, but it's got a lace type of effect on it. So what I'm doing is I'm making the, if I put this down and I get the pattern again, the actual lace bodice in this particular one is going to be made with that purple fabric, that purple and black fabric, that there. This has a lovely pattern in it, and I want to make that pattern there that goes up there the centre front of the bodice of the yoke. So I'm going to have to line that. That's meant to be on a fold, but I'm going to have to line it so that it's really in the centre of there. It's going to just touch on the edge here, but I think I can get away with it because I'm going to be doing a seam allowance anyway there, so that's not so bad. But basically I'm going to pin that there, and then I'll cut round half of it, and then I shall turn it over like that and do the other half that way. So I've got a little, it's an IKEA table, temporarily my sewing room, and I've got my sewing machine here, I've got my serger there, that way, my serger there, I've got a laptop there, and I've got an engraving machine there. I don't know if you can see, it's the back of the engraving machine, and I've got a light in the middle to help me see a bit better because the light in this room isn't fantastic. So not the best of spaces. We are busy doing a garden room, a room which I'm going to have as a sewing room. Whether it actually turns out as being a sewing room is another thing, but we shall see. Anyway, what I thought I might do is I might do a top stitch along the yoke in pink to just set it off nicely. So the top stitch is going to go along that part of the black, just to make it, golly, I can't. The top stitch is going to go along that part of the black, so you can, so it just looks rather nice there. So I've threaded up with pink on the top, and I'm going to have just black on the bottom because that's going to be on the wrong side. So the stitch I'm going to do this time is this one, number 9. I'm going to press that. It's a triple stitch, triple 3 row thing, and it adds a bit of top stitching to the material. So start there. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can see at the same time. Hang on, move it further along. We can correct ourselves because that's going to be within the seam. Right. And the other thing I forgot to do is I'm going to make the stitch longer. So at the moment it's 2.5. So I'm going to make it quite big, 4. 4 is the maximum. So I'm going to make it 4. And then away we go. Look at this. I've been out of the room for 2 minutes. The cat has been sitting on my material. There, that is what it looks like. That is the top stitch and the on the top of the top stitch on the top of the top. That's the top stitch to the top of the yoke. So what I'll do is I'll take you and I'll lay it out and you can get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so this is the the yoke onto the top of the front, and you will see that I've done a nice top stitch all the way along the front.